Instead of walking to class in one of Yale's picturesque Gothic buildings, meeting friends in the library for group projects or discussing lectures face-to-face with guest speakers during the evening events that distinguish the Ivy League experience, most of junior Riley Johnson's education this fall takes place on a Zoom screen inside her off-campus apartment in New Haven, Connecticut. Although Yale and other schools are spending freely on COVID-19 testing and masks to keep their campuses healthy, Johnson can't help but feel a bit cheated. She notes that Yale is cutting back some educational expenses, including less staff in the library and reduced hours. Yet Yale is charging Johnson and other students $57,700 in tuition this academic year, a 4% increase from last year's rate. It's impossible to learn in the same way and connect to my community in the same way as it was when we were in person, says Johnson, the vice president of Yale's College Council. The university's refusal to confront that reality or even discuss tuition is kind of indicative of their larger refusal to confront the ways in which COVID has affected student life. Yale's endowment has never been bigger, returning 6.8% in its fiscal year ending in June and growing to $31.2 billion, or about $2 million per full-time student. Harvard and Dartmouth's endowments both are up better than 7% in that time, and Brown's enjoyed a knockout year with a 12.1% return. But all of these schools and most of their peers, among elite colleges, have raised their prices during one of the worst recessions in history. These colleges are not shouting about their price hikes, of course. If they are acknowledging the bad news at all, it's usually buried near the bottom of their coronavirus FAQ pages, cushioned by platitudes about how students still have access to their world-class faculty whether they're in a classroom or on a Zoom call, and the assertion that the cost of educating a student is greater than their increasingly exorbitant tuition fee. Of the 50 institutions with at least 1,000 students that have the most endowment dollars per student, one of the key metrics Forbes uses to evaluate a college's financial health, only Princeton, Williams and Whitman College substantially cut their full-year tuition rates, see table below. Lafayette College is offering a 10% discount for the fall semester for students living away from campus only, and schools like Stanford, MIT and Grinnell are offering and expanding relief in other ways. 14 of the 50 richest schools are freezing tuition at 2019's rate, but no fewer than 30 are pressing forward with previously announced tuition hikes, shrugging off the pandemic. Why not tap more deeply into the endowment? You have to understand that the endowment is not this large fund of uncommitted money, says Ronald Ehrenberg, director of the Cornell Higher Education Research Institute.